There we go. Local recording. Captain Chris. Round 1. Sapphire Cup. Just deciding whether he wants to go first or second, I'm guessing. Taking some time here. Yep, choosing to play, of course. And this is not amazing, but I think it'll work. We'll keep this. This isn't great. We're playing against a slow deck. We wanted to come out the gate a little bit faster, but we have 2 Crash Beasts, so that should be pretty good. So we'll see if he's got his sweeps or not. He's most likely playing Extinction. If you're playing Blood, you're probably playing Extinction. He's probably also playing Inquisitor in there. And Murder is probably another one, so we'll see. We'll open up Wild in case we draw into a turn 2 Constantina, because we do have Constantina in the deck. We've got 2 Constantina in the deck. Ooh, there we go. There's a Rootfather, which we may cycle. We'll most likely cycle him on turn 2, because we don't have anything else to do here. So, yep, open up with our Wild Shard, get a little bit ahead on time, although that doesn't matter that much, because the time's going to get reset every time we just start a new round. Or every time we start a new game. Do have to keep track of that. I should probably start my clock here just to keep track of the time, as it were, in the round. Unfortunately, I have to kind of do that manually. Taking a lot of time on his thing. Again, another issue with these cup tournaments is, you know, it's a little bit easier to slow play. Nothing to play here, so I guess we'll just go ahead and do this. And then we will cycle in his end step. We'll cycle our Rootfather in his end step. So F8 through the turn here. Pass priority. And then we need to wait. We're going to watch his end step. Pretty much anything he does, we don't really have a response here. So he can do whatever he wants to do here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and cycle Rootfather here. Okay. That's priority. Play our first Crash Beast here on turn 3. Next turn we'll probably go ahead and throw out Wrathwood, because it's a lot more difficult for him to deal with. He could answer back with Inquisitor here. Would probably be a pretty decent answer. We want to hold off on playing Theorycrafter. He may snipe it out of our hand, though, with some of the blood things. So chances are pretty good we'll see Inquisitor here, or a okay, Inquisition. Probably snipes out our Master Moss here. I think he takes Master Moss here. Theorycrafter and Master Moss are pretty bad for him, so if he doesn't take Master Moss, we're going to play it. If he does take it, then, I mean, he probably has Extinction, so I might just, we'll see. I'll probably wait for the Extinction here and just deal 3 damage a turn. He's going to debuff my Rhino. Okay. No, that tells me, it kind of tells me that he doesn't have Extinction, that if he's debuffing my Rhino there. So I'll probably play the Crash now. If he's really that afraid of the 1 Rhino, oh yeah, we're playing this Crash. Ruby, yeah, we'll go ahead and play this for Ruby. We don't have any other cards to play here. We'll play the Crash in our second main phase. Deal us 2 damage to his face. Swing in for 2. Play a Crash. Next turn we'll have Rhinos, and then we can buff with our Champion ability. So that's another 3 points of damage. I don't know if I want to play this another Crash after this. It depends. We'll see. I definitely don't want to play Theorycrafter until the first sweep, because that's one of those things that, you know, even if he Inquisitors it, it's still like he has to kill it in order to really deal with it effectively. So I'll play a Vampire King. Okay, that makes me kind of want to throw out my Theorycrafter here a bit. There's Constantina. Okay, there's a chance he could hit Constantina instead. Yeah, I might as well just assert dominance on the field here, and we're going to play Crash, Constantina, and then buff, and then force a sweep here. If he's got one, he has to play it here now. He could take my Theorycrafter from me, but he gets like a 2/2 vampire for, you know, for that, so that doesn't seem like that's gonna matter that much with the board state that I have. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have sweep in hand. He has to top deck it here to get it. Pretty good chance he's gonna hit my Theorycrafter, which will be, that's gonna make me a little bit sad, but I mean, if he swings in, he doesn't have blocker, and like the field is pretty sick for me right now with the three, you know, 3 Crash Beasts there. Plus, I've got 3 back in the deck if he does sweep here, if he does top deck the sweep. So he should swing for sure. Even if he has the sweep, he should swing and then sweep. If he doesn't, he has to sit on his board state. But I mean, things are looking pretty bad for him right now. Another Vampire King. Don't really care about it that much. I just swing with the house here and get all the damage in I can. He can gain 6. He can kill one of my rhinos. Chump off a rhino. I can still play Theorycrafter here. Oh, he's gonna deal. He's gonna try to get my Theorycrafter here. He knows I have Theorycrafter in hand, so that gives him another blocker if he gets it. Yeah, he does hit it, so he gets another blocker here, but that's pretty still bad for him. I mean, he can gain 5. Let's see. Let's look at the damage output we've got here. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's play that. We'll play this in our Royal Falconeer in our second main phase. We pretty much just swing house anyways. Let's see, so if he chump blocks here, and then he chump blocks there, he tramples over, so that cancels out the life drain. He'll life drain himself for 3, putting himself to 16 in an ideal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I've got 20 damage beyond the damage that he can chump off, so this is pretty much it. So there's no reason to reveal my Falconeer here to him. We'll just swing away, and that should be game here. He's only got 1 resource left. There's very few cards that he should have available to him that can stop this. That's kind of a nuts hand to start the day off with. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go ahead and side for game 2. Card manager. Let's go into Ruby, which is interesting. Decline. Instead of Diamond, which is the typical Diamond control, is the typical thing that we see. So we're going to throw in Army because I don't think he can deal with that at all with what he's got. Heatwave, probably not. We probably need Turbulence for his Vampire Kings. And that's about it. Like, I don't need anything else other than those cards. Let's see, what's bad against his deck? Probably Rootfather is pretty bad here. Jadiim is definitely bad here. Things that basically die to murder are pretty bad here. That's most of what he's going to have. I just want things that are, like, more stuff for him to have to deal with. Seems pretty good. Like, Theorycrafter's fine. Constantina is good because it's early pressure. Burn isn't the greatest here, so we can probably pull 2 of those and keep the Crackling Bolt. Yeah, we'll just do it like that. That seems pretty good to me. I mean, in the late game, Rootfather could win, but I think that this is what we want to do here. Save deck. Okay. And we'll go ahead and message him and let him know. Heatwave, it really doesn't affect my board very well. Probably affects his board worse than it does for me, honestly. So I won, so I'm going to let him play first, so I will draw first. Make sure we do that right, so that way we can do, you know, do this right. There's a turn 2, turn 3 Chlorophylia, Turbulence for his Vampire King. This isn't great, but we're going to stick with it. It's going to empty our deck out. We're kind of playing a late game type of a deck. If this was a more aggressive match, I'd probably have to maul this. I mean, I basically flooded with 2 Chlorophyllias. I mean, the Chlorophyllias are like, they're like shards, but it's fine. It'll be okay. They'll empty the deck out and make it a lot easier for me to just top deck some sort of aggression here, hopefully. Yeah, like Master Moss, like I can with turn 3 Master Moss. That seems pretty good. Although he could snipe it out of my hand here. But so far the only aggression we've seen out of him is Vampire King, and Turbulence takes care of Vampire King pretty well. He has no way to counter the Turbulence when we play it. So that seems good to me. One of the things that I hope that we get pretty soon is borderless, like, full screen mode, or, I guess, or I forget what they call it, but basically where I can have this on full screen, because if you notice I've stepped down my resolution because I have to play this in windowed mode, and when I put it in a window mode, it kind of like screws up. It's not viewable properly, and like I can't maximize it to my window properly, so I have to play it like this to make sure I can keep track of everything, because especially when I have the 5-minute delay on, it has a tendency to like select stuff outside the window, which gets bad. So yeah. So we'll play the turn 3 Raster Moss. I almost kind of want to play the Chlorophylia here, but unfortunately that will put me down a shard, which means I won't be able to play it. But Master Moss is really good versus Blood, of course, because you know he can sweep, but then I get it back. He has to basically double kill it, or debuff it, like give it at -2/-2 to and then kill it after that, which is still positive swing in my direction. We don't really need to ramp very much more. We took a lot of our expensive drops out, so we're just gonna go right in on this Master Moss here. The rest of the cards in our hand he can snipe out. The only one that he's gonna want is gonna be either the Crackling Bolt or the Turbulence. Most likely this Crackling Bolt's gonna go straight to his face, though. There's very few targets in his that we're gonna have for it in his deck where he can just kill it outright. I mean, maybe we can do it in second main phase after an attack where like we attack with a Howling Brave into like Vampire King or something, but yeah, not likely. We're gonna go ahead and next turn we'll play the Chlorophylia, the Howling Brave, the Wild Shard, and we will buff our field, giving us a 6/6 Master Moss, which seems pretty good. Unless he, you know, even if he kills him here, that's, you know, he could debuff him and then we just rebuff him, which is pretty cool. He could have, if he has whatever it's called, Inquisitor, that would be kind of bad, but not horrible. Okay, so we're waiting. He may respond to our buff by killing him. He knows we're like within buff range, so it'd be nice if we got another troop to play. Ooh, like that one. So Falconeer is not the greatest against Blood and that, but you know that's one of the things we do want to buff in here. Unfortunately, we don't have the Ruby to do it, so we'll probably just go ahead and go Chlorophylia, play our Howling Brave like we were talking about, and buff our field to swing in. Unfortunate. We do want to be able to buff this Falconeer because that's 11 damage by itself as a single card after it gets buffed there. But we have to use the buff as soon as possible when we have at least 2 dudes in play. Swing in here. Doing our 6 damage. And I mean, that's pretty reasonable. Next turn, if we still have open board state, we've got another... we got 8 damage next turn, plus if we draw a Ruby, we've got Crackling Bolt, which would make it 11 if we... I mean, we're right there. We're right on the cusp of killing him next turn. If we drew... yeah, there's really not a lot we could draw here that would speed up our clock that much more than what it's already at. He's going to murder my guy so he can finish him this next turn, for sure. He should have killed him during combat, but... so he could have saved himself some damage, but you know, play mistakes are what they are. So she probably has another murder here or an extinction, I'm thinking, and hopefully I'll draw a Ruby. I can reestablish with maybe this Falconeer. I'm guessing extinction or Crackling Bolt works too. That works too. The only issue with his deck is he's got a lot of removal and a lot of answers and stuff, but he kind of needs to get some pressure on my board state. Oh, it's going to Crackling Rot. He's also only drawing 1 card a turn, so that doesn't help either. Another issue is that he can use his champion ability to kill my Falconeer, so maybe I'd probably still play it though, just to get it out of the way. And there's a Howling Brave. I guess I might as well put some aggression out there. I can't play the Falconeer, so I'll just do that. Pass the turn back. It's kind of in his wheelhouse now. unless we can draw something good here. Would have been nice to see those Crash of Beasts again, but we'll see. We've emptied out most of the shards in the deck. There's very few wild shards left. We do need one ruby shard here, so there is that. He could. I hope he kills our Howling Brave. That would be hilarious. He does kill. He's afraid of the Howling Brave. Woo. Well, that's not a good choice, I think. He's afraid of the Howling Brave for some reason. I don't know why. Because the Falconeer is definitely going to be much scarier for him. But I'm sure he's got lots of removal in his deck, in his hand. So, you know, he may or may not flood. We'll see. Looks like he's one of the people that was either at Gen Con or he went online and got the cool poster. The one that's on my left side? Yeah, my left-hand side, your right-hand side, I guess. That one that's right back there, that's the poster he's got. So we're still waiting on him. It's his game 2, so I mean it's up to him. He's down. He's the one that's down a game. He's targeting my Mossling with Rise again. Okay, he's going to put it in a control under his play. Sure. So I do have the answer for that. I do have a Crackling Bolt here. It's pretty good. It's pretty interesting that he's playing that in his deck. I do need a Ruby though to take care of it. Otherwise, this is going to be really bad for me. So need to top deck a Ruby shard here, really badly. Ruby shard. No. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just play a Mossling. A Wrathwood Master Moss, and that's kind of works to block, but really not where I want to be at. I really need to draw that Ruby Shard here. So this is kind of like my typical luck of the day type of thing. Get a really lucky first game, and then second game, don't draw Ruby Shards. Dishonorable Death Star guy, so we can get a big Master Moss in play. Sure, that makes sense to me. Yep. So our Master Moss is now in the void. He just voided him. I still feel pretty good about game 3 if we have to go to a game 3 here. I'm not seeing a lot of stuff in his deck where I'm that terribly afraid. That's unfortunate for us. Chlorophylia is not what we want to see here. We may lose just to flooding here. Maybe we should have tossed back our opening hand. Yeah, we're flooding pretty hard at this point. I really needed that Ruby Shard to Crackling Bolt that guy. I had the answer, just didn't draw it. Okay, at least we can Turbulence his Vampire King here. So we'll just Turbulence him now during our turn. Taking 6 from our own Master Moss that he stole from us. He steals it. Let's see. I'm not sure if there is a great play that I have here at this point to top deck here. Unfortunately, because I got rid of some of the big top decks. I'm definitely glad I got rid of some of the bigger stuff. Oh, there was that Ruby that we needed a long time ago. And we're going to take another 6 here. We're losing to our own Master Moss. That's all there is to it. There's not a lot I can do at this point. Hexmore just got a perfect arena run, apparently. I, meanwhile, am having the same luck I have typically in every tournament, where I play a well-tuned deck and it just doesn't perform. There's a Theorycrafter, and I can't play it. Let's go to game 3. All right. Battle. Game 3. I'll play first. Yeah, we gotta save I gotta save the clock as much as possible. So. First, so no problems there. That would have helped. Alright, I think we got this. We got this. Keep hand. We got this. We got the exact answer we need for most of what his deck does. So turn 1, Howling Brave. Turn 2, eventually, like, we can turn 5 this Army of the Arcane Cinder into play, which is really bad for his deck. He has no answers for it, and eventually it should just overwhelm him with dudes, because all he does is kill stuff. That's what his deck does. This Howling Brave's going to get in there for one. It'd be amazing to see Crash here. Crash the Beast would be the best card I could draw here. Yes! Look at that. That's nice. That's pretty nice. I got a target. Yeah, that's really bad for him. He's turn 2. He's got to stare down a Rhino plus a Howling Brave, and then eventually I should be able to play Army here. Even if he kills my Howling Brave prior to that. Oh, Inquisition gets Army. Oh my gosh, that's so good for him. Oh man. That is so good for him. Oh my gosh. Well, it's back. It looks like he may have a game here. He may be able to come back now. Oh man. There's 2 more in the deck though. Shard. Get in there for 4. He's 2 turns away from being within extinction range. Howling Brave is still important, but not extremely important. Yeah, getting that, Inquisitioning that out is really huge for him. That's huge. Maybe I'll just draw a bunch of, whatever it is, Crash a Beast or something again. I'm trying to think of how many extinctions I've even seen out of his deck. Or, I haven't seen Inquisitor either, yet. Oh boy, I hope I don't flood. Seems to be the story of my tournaments, is I flood, and then I lose. So he has Extinction next turn, or some sort of kill card possibly. It's not looking amazing for us right now. We need to stop top decking Shards. We need to really stop top decking Shards here. We got Turbulence if he plays a Vampire King. It's going to Inquisition out our Turbulence. That's fine. That's not a big deal to me. He sees that we have 2 wild Shards. That's pretty good. It looks like he missed his Shard drop here, so we're in a good spot where he can't sweep. So, oh no, he got his Shard drop. So we're still a turn. Still gives us a turn to push some more damage before he can sweep us out. But once he does, yeah, he's going to kill our Howling Brave here. Okay, well that means he may not have the sweep if he's going to kill our Howling Brave there, so he probably doesn't have it if he's that afraid of Howling Brave. So just really need to stop top decking Shards. Really need to. Okay, well we're going to buff our guy here because we don't know if we're going to just keep top decking Shards. I need to keep him on as fast a clock as I can. That's really good for him to kill my Howling Brave there, because by doing so he stopped another 2 points of damage into his face. So he went from a 2-turn clock up to a 3-turn, but you know, he has 2 more turns to deal with this Rhino, or you know, do something. Really need to top deck spells here. There's 24 Shards in the deck, so I mean, chance of flooding like this it's there. It's definitely there. Okay, murders us. So now we really need to do something. We need something. Something good. No. Burn. We'll just hold on to the burn here. Pass priority. We don't really have, like, hardly any targets for it in his deck. Besides his face. That's like the biggest target we have for it. If he Inquisitions where we can respond by burning his face. Yeah, we'll just respond by burning his face here, so he doesn't get rid of our burn. It's So his Inquisition doesn't do anything here, which is good for us. And we're flooded so hard here. Something good. There we go, that's something good. Might as well play our wild shard. He already knows we have an enhance. We really can't bluff with it anyways. So he has to deal with Wrathwood. He could have dishonorable death here to deal with Wrathwood, which would be the best answer he has for it. Extinction doesn't really do it here. Murder doesn't do it here. He needs dishonorable death. So chances are somewhat good that he doesn't have it. I don't think he's running more than 2 or 3 of them. Oh, he's got it. Dishonorable death. Yep. Need some more aggression. Need something aggressive. Something aggressive. Howling Brave is not that aggressive. Alright. But he has killed it before, so, I mean, we gotta put it on the table. He's 1 away. If he drops another shard, he can just kill it with his champion power. That's unfortunate for us. But it's good because, like, if it was Falconeer, then I'd rather he kill the Howling Brave than the Falconeer. So he'll probably kill the like, knowing him, yeah, he's gonna kill the Howling Brave here. Keep it off the table. He's just waiting to top deck some aggression here, so at least we're in that kind of a board state where we're ahead like that. Rises again our Rhino. Okay, that's good for me because I can deal with a Rhino, with a 4/4 Rhino. Unless I just top deck shards for the rest of the game. Have to play it because we need to get our champion ability online for the next time we play like another Crash of Beast or something. Yep, just not my day. Again, this tournament. So we are on a 5-turn clock, so we do have 5 turns right now to do something, to draw something. We've played 8 shards out of the quite a few shards in the deck out of 24. There we go. That's something at least. At least he'll have to. He can't really attack into it because then that gives me enough damage where I can race him. So that should stall him here unless he has a kill card for it. It's gonna swing. Okay, that means he probably has a kill card for my Constantina. I have to take the damage. It's got Urnas. Well. Yep, that's nice. That's cute. Well, at least he didn't have a lot of targets for it. That's nice. That's real nice. Sure, why not? Have to play it because we need to stop the flooding as much as possible, but 9, I have 2 turns. There's nothing I don't think I can do here. I don't have an answer here. Unless, well, I have to, if I had Turbulence, I could Turbulence Urnas. That would at least be something, and then I could chump block his Rhino. Vampire King, sure. It's over. That's super frustrating. Flooded again. Lost to flooding. He never... Yeah. If I had been able to play this army, that would have really just... That would have fixed everything here. That's super frustrating. Round 1, I'm already super frustrated with the way this deck is not performing again for me. It does perfectly fine every other time I play something like this. Yeah, it's like, it doesn't even matter what I Turbulence here, because he's got the 3 points of damage in the air, so it's good games. He had the exact answer for my Master Moss as well. That was another one. Like, I had the aggression. Is he playing wild cards? Wild resources? I mean, if he's a triple shard deck too. Oh no, he played the Howling Braves, gave him wild threshold. That's what happened. Ah, it's so frustrating. That's just so frustrating.